Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today in this session we are going to discuss min-max search algorithm in artificial intelligence. So students, this topic is very important for your college level as well as competitive exam. So we will discuss everything as per that particular level. So in this session we'll cover the introduction, steps, working and easy examples of real life examples of min-max search algorithm. So now let's just start the session. So as you can see here, min-max search algorithm is nothing but it is a decision making algorithm that helps us to make a better or optimal decision in any game. Specifically, min-max search algorithm is used in two-player games. Like if you are playing chess, if you are playing checkers, if you are playing tic-tac-toe, all these are two-player games. So whenever we use two-player games for decision making, we make use of the min-max search algorithm, right? It is assumed that here both the players play optimally. In two-player game, let's say one player is me and another is you. So one player tries to maximize the score. Like I always play to maximize my score in tic-tac-toe, for example. And other player, that is you, other player always tries to minimize my score. This is how min-max search algorithm basically works. Here, as you can see, we have two terms. One term is min, another term is max. Let's talk about max first. Max point always try to maximize the score. Maximize the score. And min term always tries to minimize the score of your opponent. Right? Minimize. This helps us to maximize my own score in the game. But min always helps us to minimize the score of my opponent player. Right? I hope everything is clear till now. Now, one more important point is the symbolic representation of min and max. Min is represented with a small circle or max is represented with a small square. Let's take one example here. Let's say if we have given a table, we have given a tree like max, then we have to select its minimum value, and here we have 1, 7, 9 and 3. This can also be represented as square, as max is represented by a small square, then min is represented by small circle, next term is 1, next term is 7, next term is 9 and 3. We can write any other term here. So these are the equal representations of min-max search algorithm. Other than this, we can also have a tree like, let's say here we have min value, here we have max value, another max value, 1, 7, 9 and 3. It can also be represented as a circle, two small squares. The values can be 1, 7, 9, 3. So this is the basic representation of min-max search algorithm. Right? I hope students everything is clear till now. If you have any doubt, you can definitely share in the comment section. Now, let me share with you some important terms related to min-max. That is, it is basically we have discussed, it is a decision making algorithm and always used in game theories where we have two players, right? Also, min-max search algorithm uses depth first search algorithm. Depth first search algorithm we have already done in data structures and algorithm. Depth first search algorithm can also be known as backtracking. So if in examination आपसे पूछा जाता है कि व्हाट इज बैक ट्रैकिंग और इज बैक ट्रैकिंग यूज्ड इन min max search algorithm or not? So your answer should be yes. We can use backtracking in min max search algorithm because it uses depth first search. Clear everyone? Now, as we were discussing this example, so this particular example is related to steps of research. So let me first write some steps over here so that you will get everything very easily, right? So the first step is to generate a game tree. Generate a game tree like we have already done. We have already generated 2 game trees like this. The representation is different, but we have created only 2 game trees. Next point we have is evaluate terminal state. We have to evaluate the terminal state. Here terminal state means the final state, that is your leaf node. If I take this example, so this is what? This is your root node and all these are your leaf nodes. Alright. Another step is to propagate utility value upward. Propagate utility value upwards. That means we have to pass the score, or we can say we have to pass the value from terminal, that is from the leaf node, to the root node to decide best move to get the optimal solution, right? At the fourth step, that is your final step, here we have to select the optimal move. Optimal means best as per the particular condition, situation, whatever we want to say, right? So at first we have created a game tree. At step 2 we evaluate the terminal state. Here we evaluate the terminal state, that is the leaf node. So 1793 is our terminal state, leaf state, right? Utility value we have to calculate upwards, right? That means we always start our calculation from bottom to up, for leaf to top. Let's say let's take this example first. As you can see here, let's take this example first. We move from bottom to top, right? So these are the leaf node. I am erasing it. So at first we have to select this minimum, the smallest table, right? From these two we will select the minimum out of 1 and 7. So we will get 1 here. 1 is the minimum value. At the second particular table, the minimum value is 3. So we have calculated the leaf node, that is the terminal state. Now the next move we have, now the table becomes like this. After this, we have to calculate it for the max value. So out of 1 and 3, we have the maximum value 3. This is the optimal result that we have got after calculating min-max search algorithm. Right? Similar question can be asked like this with the help of some graphical representation. So using these graphs, we can say circle represent min. That means we have to select the minimum value out of 1 and 7. So out of 1 and 7, the minimum value is 1. Out of 9 and 3, the minimum value is 3. Then we have a square. Square represent max. That means the maximum value we have to find here is 3. That is the optimal solution. Right? For the next example, you can see first we have to calculate. I have told you. Here we move from bottom to top, from leaf to root, right? So at first we have to calculate the maximum value because max is written over here. So the maximum value over 1 and 7 is 7. The maximum value over 9 and 3 is 9. Then we have to select its min value, and the minimum value over 7 and 9 is 7. So the optimal, the best solution for this particular graph, particular tree is 7. Similarly, we can solve this particular thing. Right, everyone? So these are the utility values that we have calculated upward. All clear? This is how we calculate min-max search algorithms. One more point you have to remember here is, I'm erasing this thing. Okay, one more point you have to remember here is its depth limit. Sometimes the game tree is too large, so we get a depth limit, right? We have depth limit only at some particular conditions. For example, chess has millions of possible moves, so the algorithm only searches up to a certain depth. So we have to decide the depth limit first by using min-max search algorithm. And to overcome this limitation, we always use alpha beta cutoff that will discuss in the next class, right? One of the most frequently asked drawback of min-max search algorithm is min-max explore all the possible paths, right? It always explore all the possible paths of a game tree that is sometimes computationally expensive. That is why alpha beta pruning is used or alpha beta is generated there. Pruning means to cut out, right? So min-max never cut out extra edges, it never cut out extra subtrees. So at that particular point of time, we always shifted to alpha beta pruning. So we have discussed its introduction, steps, working with some examples. I hope students everything is clear to you. If you have any doubt left, you can definitely comment, share in the comment section. I will help you out there. So thank you so much.